On the way to Callan Station, the troublesome trucks teased Percy. When Percy arrived at Callan Station, he was very upset. "From now on, I'm only doing work where I won't get dirty," he said. Harold, the helicopter, was at Callan Station picking up medical supplies. "Hello, Percy," he called. And he took off, blowing cinders and ashes everywhere. "Not again," Percy cried. "I want a washdown." "Usefulness before cleanliness," reminded his driver. "I want to be useful where I can't get dirty," Percy huffed. "There's a load of sugar going to the chocolate factory," his driver said. "We could take the sugar trucks." "Sugar," said Percy. "That's nice and clean." Percy was pleased.
Don't be so daft.
Pooh, I'm not scared. Silly stick in the muds.
He chuckled.
I'll show them. Driver hasn't come yet, so here goes.
He cautiously tried first one piston, then the other.
They're moving. They're moving. I'll just go out, then I'll stop and wheeze. That'll make them jump. The buffers will stop me.
He thought hopefully. But that siding had no buffers. It just ended at the road. And shut his eyes. He didn't dare look at what was coming next.
Get out of my way.
Horrors! There was the station master's house. The station master was about to have breakfast.
Get out of my way.
The house rocked. Broken glass tinkled. Plaster was everywhere.
Percy.
Had collected a bush on his travels. He peered into the room through its leaves. He couldn't speak. The station master was furious. His wife picked up her plate. "You miserable engine," she scolded. "Just look what you've done to our breakfast. Now I shall have to cook some more." She banged the door. More plaster fell. This time, it fell on
Percy.
He didn't see that the points had failed and that he had been diverted into a siding. "Look out, Percy!" shouted his driver and applied the brakes. But it was too late. The driver and the fireman had jumped clear, but squashed fruit squirted all over Percy. The Fat Controller arrived.
"Percy, you are not to blame for the points failure, but I do not run a jam factory."
"Yes, sir. No, sir." And Percy squelched sadly away.